And once again, a very good morning to everyone. And as always, the agenda for thought of the day has already been said by Sejal. So, you know, let me tell you something. In fact, I want to share something with you that there was a thought that stopped me recently. In India, we plant trees all the time. Tulsi in the courtyard, neem by the gate, mango in the backyard, and which takes a decade to fruit. But does anybody question it? No. Nobody stands in front of a mango sapling in March and says, Yaar, it's been 3 weeks. Where are the mangoes? We know this is a waste of time. And we understand, instinctively that some things take time to fruit, that the planting and the harvest are separated by seasons, and that today's effort belongs to tomorrow's table, right? So we understand this about trees, but somehow, completely, spectacularly, we forget this about ourselves, isn't it? We want the fitness in 2 weeks, the career breakthrough in 1 quarter, the child to turn out perfectly immediately as a direct result of yesterday's good parenting. We plant on Monday and expect fruit by Friday. Even some of us who have started making videos would be worried, yaar, views nahi aa rahe, likes nahi aa rahe, somebody watches them or not, right? As soon as we start making them. And though we have waited for a decade just to start making our first video, but we want instant results, right? 2 minute mein Maggie, 2 minute mein result, right? So today's session is about changing that relationship with time. So today we are talking about planting seeds for your future self. So let's start with a simple truth. The future you is created by the habits you plant today. So let me say that again. The future you is created by the habits you plant today, not by the vision board on your wall, not by the goals in your diary, not by the late night motivation you felt after watching a TEDx talk, by the habits, the daily, unsexy, non Instagram worthy habits. Every action you take is a seed. And like all seeds, you won't see results immediately. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Meet Deepa. She's a homemaker in Chennai, mother of two teenage sons who, by her description, have never once put a dish in the sink voluntarily. 2 years ago, she started waking up 30 minutes before the rest of the house. Not to cook, not to clean, just to sit quietly with chai and read something, a book, an article, or anything. Nobody applauded this. Her family didn't notice. Her phone didn't buzz with notifications about it. Some mornings she fell asleep mid chapter. But 2 years later, she has read 19 books. She started a reading circle in her apartment complex. And she recently gave a talk at a kids' school about literature. 30 minutes a day, 2 years, 19 books, one transformed identity. And let me share my personal example. As all of you know, I started podcasting 3.5 years back. 2 episodes per week consistently. Initially, even I thought, I don't know, is anybody listening or not? But I continued. Today, I have 10,000, in fact, more than 10,000 downloads, 107 countries, 700 cities. And that's definitely not magic. That's compounding. And that's what a seed looks like: boring, invisible, and then suddenly, undeniably, it becomes a tree. So here's the part nobody loves to hear, but needs to. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your appreciation. Time multiplies everything you plant, not just the good things. The habit of moving your body every day, time multiplies that into strength, energy, and quite possibly a doctor who sees you once a year instead of once a month. The habit of checking your phone the moment you wake up, time multiplies that too into fragmented attention, into a mind that can't sit with a thought long enough to finish it, or into a relationship with distractions so deep you don't even notice it anymore. Now, this is not about guilt. I promise you, this is not about guilt, but this is about awareness. Because here's the beautiful thing about seeds: until a certain point, you can still choose what you are planting. So now let me tell you about Vikram. He's 44, runs a small manufacturing unit in Surat, and by his own admission, was running on fumes and chai for a decade. He kept saying he'd deal with his health once things settle down. Things, as they tend to do, of course, did not settle down. Then his younger brother had a cardiac scare at 41. Vikram was shaken. He didn't overhaul his life, he just planted one seed: a 20-minute walk every evening after dinner. Not a gym, not a diet plan, a walk. Yeah, I hate to say this, but sometimes we need a shock that Vikram got to wake up from our sleep. 18 months later, he's down 12 kilos, sleeps better, and says he makes clearer decisions at work. His team noticed before he did. One seed, 18 months, a quieter, sharper, healthier version of the same man. We have a complicated relationship with delayed gratification. We want instant noodles, 2-minute Maggie, same day delivery, OTT shows that drop entire season at once because nobody waits for the next week anymore. And I get it. Instant is convenient. Instant is enjoyable. Instant is, frankly, very pleasant. But here's what instant cannot give you: depth, skill, strength, wisdom, trust, health, financial freedom. Any of the things that actually make life feel worth living. You know, those things are slow cooked, dal on the stove for 3 hours, not the pressure cooker version, the real thing. Delayed gratification doesn't mean denying yourself joy today. It means making a promise to your future self. I'm willing to be uncomfortable today so that the version of me 5 years from now has options: health, peace, and freedom. That version of you, the one 5 years ahead, is not a stranger. They are you. And right now, in this moment, you're making decisions on their behalf. So, what kind of decisions are you making for them? So, I want you to write one sentence. That's all. No lists, no goals, one sentence. My future self will thank me for, and please complete the sentence. My future self will thank me for, and then you have to complete it. Don't write what sounds impressive, write what's true. Write what you have been quietly knowing but conveniently postponing. Maybe it's starting to save even 2,000 rupees a month. Maybe it's having that conversation with your teenager before it becomes a wall. Maybe it's putting your phone away at dinner. Maybe it's drinking water, actual water, instead of surviving on tea and willpower. Whatever you wrote, that's your seed. And now take one step towards it today. Of course, not the whole journey, not the whole harvest. One step, one small, deliberate, unsexy step. Plant the seed. The tree will take care of itself. In India, there's a tradition of planting a tree when a child is born. The idea being this tree will grow as the child grows. It will give shade when they need shade, fruit when they are hungry, roots that outlasts all of us. And I definitely love that tradition because it understood something we sometimes forget, that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But let me tell you, the second best time is today. So your future self is not some distant hypothetical person. They are you, waiting at the end of the choices you make starting now. So here is your call to action. Read what you write. My future self will thank me for. Then choose one seed to plant today. Just one. Do not wait until you feel ready. The mango tree didn't wait until conditions were perfect. It just grew. The season is not wrong. The soil is not wrong. And you are not too late. You are simply at the beginning. And beginnings, if you are paying attention, are the most powerful place to be. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.